Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. This music website just compiled a list of some of the strange requests that artists have made while on tour. And some of these we've heard before.
Okay.
And you're in the biz, Steve, so once we read all these, though, I think a lot of people know why they do this, but maybe not. But I love that Van Halen, and it's true, they were always famous for the M&Ms. And I don't even know if they make the color brown anymore, but when they did, that's what they requested, was all the brown ones picked out of the M&Ms.
And then it finally came out that was a true story, but they weren't doing it to be weird about their M&M preference. They were doing it just to make sure that each town they went to, the crew were paying attention to what was written on the rider. It was more of like we want to make sure we can trust that you're reading everything that we're giving you, because there were other things going on that that they needed to make sure that the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed, and that was just a test.
That's a pretty brilliant idea, and I remember hearing the M&M story, and then it wasn't until many years later I heard the reason that you just gave. And I just thought, God, what a bunch of idiots.
What a bunch of douches, yeah.
And then you go, oh. So I see why. You know what? It's a solution I would have come up with, because how frustrating is it? You're going from town to town trying to do what you want to do, and they don't have everything set up properly for you, and that does affect the show, affects your psyche. And what a great idea! Going, we'll make sure. And then they look and they go, if there are still brown M&Ms in there, they go back and go, well, what else didn't they do?
Right. Well, because my buddy was a roadie for them back in the 80s. We've had my buddy Domi on before, and he's got stories upon stories. But I remember talking to him about this, and he was just like, yeah, man. Some of the towns you go to, you're building these giant stage setups. You got to make sure that the crew are paying attention to everything that you want them to do, because one mishap, maybe a stage collapses.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah.
But also on top of it, they probably thought it was funny to make somebody pick all the brown M&Ms out. I mean, you're doing it for the safety of the band, but also you're doing it just to F with someone.
Give me that job every time.
Yeah,
because you just eat them.
Yeah, you're telling me, wait, I get to go through all their M&Ms, all right, and they don't want the brown ones. Well, they got to go somewhere.
He's like, I'll travel with the band. I'll be the M&M guy. Like, no, we need to test the local guys. I don't care.
No, you don't understand. I want that. I
want to be the M&M guy.
I want that job. Really, I want to be Eminem's M&M guy. That's the guy. Could you get me that job? Because that would be like Inception. That would be, so. How about this? Weird Al Yankovic. He requested one garish, and definitely quoted the word garish, Hawaiian shirt at every appearance. Eventually he had to stop because he was like, I have too many of these damn Hawaiian shirts.
That's awesome. Oh, that's pretty funny. I do remember Trey Cool from Green Day. I got to interview him backstage, and we were just hanging out in their backstage room, and he was a handful to just interview because he's out there. Danny knows. At one point during the interview, he's throwing things against the wall just because he thought it was funny, and he was just he was a child.
Yeah,
but in a fun way. But they had a basket of socks. And I'm like, what the hell? Why do you have a basket of socks? He goes, actually, that's because it's awesome to have a fresh pair of socks every day. Oh yeah. So they had all the socks.
Wow.
That was on their rider. A pair of socks. At least a pair.
You know how I love my sock game.
These are just basic white socks.
Oh, well, no, they would have to come and they would have to make it like, you need to get me superhero socks, sci-fi socks.
Every sock have at least one cape on them.
I feel like that was way before the sock game really stepped up.
Oh, dude, this is forever ago.
Yeah.
We're talking close to 20 years.
Well, this is what I'd have now, Danny. This would be a whole different sock basket.
Oh, yeah.
And they need to be Green Day socks.
Guys, what if BJ all of a sudden sends us an email one day, hey guys, I need a new pair of socks for every segment of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like some weird, twisted Mr. Rogers. He just takes off his pair of socks after every break.
And you know who's going to have to go do it? She's right over there, Vicky. Fresh pair of socks after every break. Let's get it done.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's one less thing to worry about packing if you're in a band.
That's a good point. Yeah. How about Cher wants separate room? She wants a separate room for her wigs.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you
How many
got
wigs does she got?
I feel
That's
like
a great question.
Yeah, I feel like a lot.
And how creepy is that room? Do they have them set up on mannequin heads?
They probably do. Keeps them from getting tangled.
I hope they look like Cher. I hope they're Cher
I
mannequin
hope
heads.
they have little googly eyes on them.
Yes.
Okay, that will make it better because I was saying if I'm like one of the local tech or one of the local crew guys and I go into that room, I walk right back out like that Simpsons meme
Oh, yeah.
and I leave the job.
Yeah, it's kind of horror story.
That's weird if you just walk by all those fancy star doors and you see Cher's wigs,
Right.
It's just like, what? And then room full of brown M&Ms, and it's just like this
And
is
Trey Cool socks.
That's it.
Oh, dear.
J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, says she prefers an all-white dressing room to keep her mind and spirit at ease. So white candles, white couches, white tables, white flowers.
That just seems like a lot of fun. I know like some bands do have like the local people set up like a room, like a mood room. I remember even at Pain in the Grass, I think it was Sully from Godsmack. They had their dressing room was set up with like tarps and incense. And it was like, oh, dude, you guys are like 12 years old and this is like your stoner den.
Oh.
Minus the marijuana smoke, but
Well, Metallica, though, they had a pretty decent room. During their 04 tour, they requested bacon to be served with every meal.
oh, that's the tour the Rev wants to be on.
Hell yeah.
That's fantastic. That's why Metallica is the best band. But Jay-Z, during his tour in 2009, this is pretty cool. He requested 7 dressing rooms, but the best is high-quality peanut butter and jelly, Steve. How about
Oh, yeah,
that?
you don't want that, that Safeway Select peanut butter and
No,
jelly.
you want the, what do you want, the Skippy or Jif? Which way are you going?
You get that Adams, what stuff that makes you stir it.
Adams?
Yeah, dude, that...
I mean, I know it's natural and good, but
It's fancy because you have to stir it, right?
I hate starring that crap.
Oh, I do too.
yeah.
That would be the low person on the totem pole of the roadie crew. Like your job is to stir the peanut butter every day.
Yeah, I appreciate that Adams is a high quality peanut butter. It is good. I've had it, but my childhood is like give me that super
Yeah.
sweetened Jif or Skippy or whatever.
You're on tour. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be living a decadent lifestyle. Get that Skippy.
Get that Skippy. Damn Skippy, get that Skippy.
And then Welch's grape jelly.
Oh, I won't argue. I won't argue with you. I mean, I don't mind a strawberry.
Oh, I'm thinking Smucker's strawberry. Yeah.
Oh, you're getting all foo-foo.
Yeah.
Smuckers ain't bad either.
I
Listen,
want the
I-
fancy stuff.
Yeah,
I don't got that. Like I don't got that Jay-Z budget though.
Yeah.
Jay-Z budget.
Rev's right. I don't know how Smuckers is the that's the high end. I'm sure everyone's going to go. That's your high end jelly.
Yeah.
Well, compared to Welch's grape jelly in the squirt bottle too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I don't think we
Squirt bottle. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the squirt bottle might be a weapon.
I don't want to get that peanut butter mixed into the jar of jelly.
Oh, I see. Oh, good call. Okay.
There's a method to my madness.
All right. You can have your squirt bottle. Though I think you'd rather have millions of dollars because that's what this one family's getting. Millions of dollars, all because of golf balls landing on their property. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs Report. And today, I'd say it's a special day, but it's every day here on The Rock.
Yeah.
It's Take Our Daughters and Sons to Work Day.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Man, I should have read this earlier. I'd have brought Tatum. No. Could you imagine?
It would be amazing. Vicky would love it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, but you have a built-in babysitter, but it would be
That's true.
amazing for about 5 minutes.
Until she starts going, Mommy.
Yeah, then it would not be
no.
amazing.
Daddy, no.
Yeah, and then
Daddy, no.
It's like, Steve, this is not amazing.
Or as she does whenever she wants to go home, I think it's pretty funny. She starts yelling for Bubby, which is Lulu, our dog's nickname.
she yells for the dog to come save her.
Basically, she's like, take me home to Bubby. That's basically, she's like, I'm dumb here, wherever we are.
Yeah.
She's like, Bubby.
Bobby. Bobby.
She start doing that when we're at events. I just look at you guys and go, Bubby.
I feel like it's very close to what you kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, at the roast after a few drinks, I'm like, Bobby.
Bobby.
It's also a very special day Today's it's a huge day because it's Thursday. This is the day that you guys record your Geek Nation podcast.
Yes.
I hope you're doing something special about this because today is National Superhero Day.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Today's the day. I didn't even know we had a day.
Yep, it was created by Marvel Comics back in 1995. They say it's created to celebrate the real life superheroes, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the actual superheroes. The fictional ones.
Yeah.
So somebody put together a list of the best comic book superheroes of all time.
Oh, I know who's going to get on the list.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, who do you think's number one?
Well, number one, it's either Superman or Spider-Man.
Well,
I'll
pick
say
one.
Superman.
Superman.
Wrong.
Oh.
In fact, Superman, not even in the top 10.
He's not? Boy, there was a time where that's all. Wow, that's amazing to me.
Interestingly enough, because the way that they did this was it was through Ranker.com. So Ranker has, you can upvote and downvote. So Superman was in the list, was being considered, but then the downvote started coming in. Because, Superman's very polarizing. He's got a lot of haters.
Yeah, there was a time where he was the superhero. You just, that's all you knew about was Superman.
I feel like the movies, the recent ones, not the Christopher Reeves one, but like the recent ones have put a bad taste in the mouth of superhero fans.
I can't argue. No, but a lot of people have not been happy with the portrayal of Superman. And it's not necessarily the actor, it's just what they've done with him, I think.
Yeah, it's the writing. I mean, that can only do so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looks like a handsome dude with a curly thing in his hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then who's the guy
with muscles?
And then was it the Witcher? The Witcher dude was Superman, but boy,
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, everybody loves him as the Witcher, so it's not the actor. Like,
right?
He's like. God, he's just like the witch you want to F, even though he's not a witch. He's the witcher you want to F. I mean, that guy is like super goodness. Sex symbol. He really is. You mention his name to any woman and a lot of men, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, he can witcher me anytime he wants.
Yeah.
All right, Vicky, Superman is not number one. Who do you think's the number one superhero?
I don't consider him a superhero, but he technically is Batman.
Batman. You don't.
He doesn't have superpowers.
He doesn't have any powers.
Okay.
He's just a rich guy.
He's a street level superhero, is what we call him.
Wrong.
Oh, it's not Batty.
Batman.
I think I was correct. I think someone's got to make the Peter Parker choice.
Batman number two.
Oh,
now
number two. I should be number one.
I'm Batman. Who do I go with? Because you're trying to hand over hints. You know what?
I must be number one.
I'm going with Danny since he's less of a superhero fan.
He doesn't even know
I
what
know.
a
He's probably going to go with
is.
Jack from Titanic.
Yeah, how did you know?
Wow. Jack is, I guess, in his own way.
I'm going to say Aquaman for Steve.
Woo! I love you, but you are
Wrong.
Very wrong. If Aquaman was up there...
not even in the top 10.
Even with Jason Momoa, no.
Jason Momoa, in my opinion, has actually hurt the Aquaman franchise.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Wow,
Yeah.
I thought he helped it, to be honest.
No, because he's not my Aquaman.
Oh, he's not your Aquaman. Wow, you're the...
I didn't want Roman Reigns swimming around in the water, delegating to the fish.
Wait, who is...
Delegating to the fish.
Yeah, so who's your Aquaman?
The old blonde hair with the orange shirt and the green pants Aquaman.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was from Entourage.
Yeah.
Vincent Chase.
Even he wasn't my Aquaman.
Yeah.
He had brown hair.
Wow, okay.
They have wigs.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't wearing one, Rev.
Okay.
I want the OG Aquaman. I hate it when they try to make him look cooler.
All right.
Like,
well,
even in the comics, they changed his outfit in the comics, and he was like trying to look a little more badass.
kind of like an Aryan youth back in the day. To be honest with you, I think it's been an upgrade.
I wouldn't go down that road just because he has blonde hair.
Well, he did. Blonde hair, blue eyes. He and the fish used to give a Heil Hitler once in a while. I didn't like that Aquaman.
What? That's insanity.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with you.
And allegedly in the next Aquaman movie, he's going to be blonde.
Oh, really?
Is he going to wear an
Momoa?
orange shirt?
We don't know yet. According to some posters and some articles.
Wow.
Okay, that's the saddest headline I've ever seen. Jason Momoa is going blonde for Aquaman.
No, it's wait, read it again. It says for Steve.
Oh,
Jason Momoa's going blonde.
Well, he has to cut his hair and wear an orange shirt.
Oh, there we are.
Fine. All right, Rev. Who do you think is the number one superhero?
Well, I'll go with BG just because I have to agree with them. Unfortunately, Spider-Man.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
There's so many movies. He's just like he's
for him.
the biggest one.
Yo, quick shout out. There's this little kid. Dude, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was leaving wrestling training last night, and there's this little kid at it was like 9:30, and it was at the Fred Meyer in Everett. and he had the full Spider-Man costume on. He was like 4 years old. And he's running around yelling and screaming. Like, I was like, what the hell is happening in here? It was pure insanity, and it was just this little Spider-Man.
Well, he's stopping crime.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I know his mom wasn't stopping him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, rounding out the top 5, you got Spider-Man at number 1. Number 2 is Batman. Number 3, Wolverine.
Oh, I forgot about Wolverine. Yeah.
Number 4, Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Wait, does that count under your guys'? I mean, oh, yeah, he did have the thing on his chest. Never mind. I was going to say, is he like Batman? He just used some special stuff?
He is like Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a rich guy with stuff.
Rich dude with armor.
Okay. And then Deadpool.
Oh, right.
Oh, solid.
Yeah.
Also making lists was Thor, Captain America, the Hulk, and the Flash.
That's a shocker. It's all stuff that's like current.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really based on movies and TV shows.
I'm very upset that Booster Gold not on the list yet.
Yeah.
Well, the show's not out yet.
Getting a show.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about this the family in Massachusetts. Apparently, they live next to a golf course. They live right by Fairway 15 on the Indian Pond Country Club golf course. And because of the angle of the course, apparently over 700 golf balls have landed on their property in the 4 years that they've lived there.
Oh, my gosh.
26 windows have been broken. Siding and patio have been damaged, and they just can't be in their backyard without the possibility of a golf ball hitting them in the face. So they sued the golf course, and the judge awarded the family $100,000 in property damage and $3.5 million in emotional distress. Yeah. Here's their attorney, who's getting also probably a pretty sweet payout, talking about all this.
There's 26 windows that need to be replaced. The entire siding of the home has to be replaced. This was so extremely upsetting to them, and they were so completely powerless to really fix the problem. The problem had to be fixed from the golf course side. It would be impossible to sell the house with that type of situation. The problem had to be solved.
Dude, it's a sweet-looking house, too. It's a big, of course, on a golf course, but who thought that was a good spot to put it in?
Well, here's the thing. I am very surprised that they didn't have this figured out, because there's a lot of golf course homes, and every once in a while you might get a ball on your property, but they do design them in such a way so that, yes, you're on a course and it's beautiful, but nothing like that should ever happen. That is just insane that the builder and the golf course had this sort of setup that just turned it into basically a firing range.
It's like a war zone over there.
Yeah. I mean, this is just, it's not the first time a builder's an idiot, and it's not maybe the first time golf course designers are idiots either. It is. And then all the years, I'm happy they got this, because I know what it's like to have to be in a situation where you are powerless about your home and there's nothing you can do about it. You're like, wow, this really sucks. Thank you, big business. You don't care about me. You're just trying to make money.
On the flip side, I'm more than happy to live there if I get a $3.5 million payout. Like, kids, put the helmets on. We're going outside the barbecue.
Oh, man, dude. You know what? See, it's made for a guy like you. One day I'd be out of my mind.
Yeah.
As soon as they broke one of my windows, I'd be like, this is, oh, man.
I'd be so pissed. You gotta be freaking
26 windows.
Yeah, Vicky showed us like a video or a picture of it, and like they circled all the damage, and it's insane. Like, not just the windows being broken, but all the siding that's been chipped.
Yeah, the sidings look like they look like projectile, like big bullets that were just shot into the house. It's just nuts.
Apparently, someone said that the golf course was there for 16 years before that house was built. Well, somebody needed to figure out how to do that properly. If the golf course was there, they should know that balls go in that area.
Yeah, then that's totally on the builder if the golf course was there beforehand.
Whoever was involved in approving where it went are idiots.
But I bet they consulted the golf course and thought, oh, yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's all of this is just
give me the money.
Sucky situation.
Sucky situation with Seattle sports for the most part yesterday. But let's start off with the good news.
Okay.
Yesterday, the Seattle Sounders in the CONCACAF Finals, game 1 of the 2-game aggregate. They're down 2-0, taking on Pumas. Looks like the hopes and the dreams of an MLS team winning the CONCACAF are just going out the window like a golf ball. But no. They score a goal, and then they score their second one, in like the 99th minute?
Oh, yeah.
Tie the game.
Wow.
Game ends at a 2-2 tie, which means one thing and one thing only. Wednesday's game is huge.
It's
winner
awesome.
take all.
Wow.
How about that, BJ?
That's I mean, it's here, right?
Yes, it's over at Lumen Field.
Wow.
As Marshawn Lynch would say, it's a big effing game.
Hey, come on, Seattle. This is going to be a big game.
Yeah, it is.
Already
yes, it is.
50,000 tickets have been sold. They're trying to get it to over 60,000, which according to Danny, that would be the highest attended CONCACAF game in history.
Yeah.
Wow,
Let's make history.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I don't know how good. I feel like we shouldn't be this good, right? Because we're an MLS team and going into stuff like this.
Momentum, baby.
It's crazy. And it'll be the first time an MLS team has ever won the CONCACAF Champions League. I did not sleep last night. I am just riding a high of those penalty kicks. It was fantastic.
That's insane. Dude, when I saw it was 2-0, I'm like, that's exactly, I think, what we all expected.
Dude, same.
Wow. This is nuts.
Wow.
And you should have seen like some of the players even after they were it was fireworks. Let's just put it that way. They were squaring up to each other and I'm like, I cannot wait for Wednesday.
It's a good thing they have a whole week to kind of nurse that hangover. Because I got to imagine they were celebrating last night.
Yeah.
And that was Mexico, right?
Yeah, Pumas.
Yep.
Yeah, Pumas. How about them with a 2-0 lead, which is pretty much unstoppable in most games. Pretty much you win if you get 2-0.
Not to say that with the Kraken, though, when you have a 2-0 lead.
That's a whole different story. A 2-0 lead means, look, the Kraken are giving us a chance.
Pretty much. They were up 2-0, ended up losing the game to the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, baby.
5-3. Granted, one of those goals was an empty netter, but still. Yeah. We'll be talking with John Forsland, just recapping the season. We love having John on, the play-by-play announcer for the Seattle Kraken. He'll join us at 8:15. The next game for the Seattle Kraken will be against San Jose, taking on the Sharks on Friday. That's the final game at home for Fan Appreciation Night. Mariners lost 3-2. Hopefully Marco Gonzalez is going to be okay.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a tough line shot off of him, but he says
he's all right.
Yeah, they just took him out for precautionary reasons, no broken bones.
Yep, but they did lose 3-2. They made a game out of it. They were down 3-0.
Yeah,
they play again today at 10 in the morning. And real quick, speaking about the San Jose Sharks, I got to give props to some San Jose Sharks fans. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, BJ.
What happened?
So, in a lot of places, if you buy a certain amount of tickets, you get to put up a message on the big screen at a hockey game. I know I've done it before. We've done it over at the Seattle Thunderbirds games, and it's pretty cool when they do that. So some fan was given that opportunity because him and a bunch of his friends were there. And, of course, the San Jose Sharks, nobody likes the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Vegas Golden Knights, thankfully, are eliminated from the playoffs. A lot of people are happy
Congratulations.
About that.
Vegas is just like us.
In fact, the San Jose Sharks, they had a big part of that, beating them, which was a big deal. Well, one fan put up a message for the Vegas Golden Knights, but if you read it, the first letter of each word ends up spelling F the Knights. Oh. So it says, fans unite, celebrate, keep the hockey energy kicking, now imbibe generously, honor the Sharks.
Wow. Do you think that the Sharks knew this? Do you think they paid that much attention?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if I would.
In true hockey form where 0 Fs are given, I don't know. Maybe they're like, that's funny. Put it up there.
Right. That is great. I would be like, this is a weird message, and maybe I would have been, but somebody to decode that, boy, that's some good spy work right there.
Well, also, the dude went on Reddit to brag about it, of course. He's like, it was my birthday, so to celebrate, my friends and I went to the Ducks game last night. With a 10-plus ticket purchase, you get to have the message of your choice put up on the Jumbotron. I couldn't let a golden opportunity go to waste.
That's fantastic. So I don't think anybody would have known if he didn't tell us.
That is amazing.
I wouldn't have paid attention.
Dude, when I saw that, at first I thought it was just a joke.
Right.
Like it was someone made that up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I found out that it was legit up there because you saw multiple different angles people have posted of this picture. And I'm like, that's the greatest thing. This guy deserves like a jersey or something.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Tonight, of course, we find out what the future of the Seattle Seahawks is going to be.
All right.
The NFL draft. I can't believe it's finally here.
Wow.
What will the Seahawks do with the number 9 pick? Probably trade it, but you never know.
Well, I saw a mock draft, and there's rumors that like that.
Some of these mock drafts are just pure.
They're
stupid.
insane. Like we're going to trade DK Metcalf to the Jets in order to get the Jets pick to get a wide receiver. Like we're trading the best wide receiver in the game to get a wide receiver. Okay,
that's dumb.
And then
I saw one where they're going to trade up, so they're going to give up like a later round draft pick and a first round pick next year, so they could get like a top 4 pick to pick a quarterback that most likely will go in the second round, which is that Corral guy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Although some are thinking that he might even go in the top 5. This draft is going to be weird.
I saw a mock where it said that we're going to get Mayfield. We're going to trade somebody to the Browns and get Mayfield.
This is the moment where you realize people just make stuff up.
Yeah.
When it comes to they're like, we have no information. Pete Carroll's not going to tell us, nor is John Schneider. Let's just tell fake stories.
Russell Wilson's coming back.
He is.
That's what's happening.
For a third-round pick.
Yeah,
It's nostalgic.
But if you're the dude that made the right prediction, maybe you should get a job in the business.
Well, I think that's why some of them do that. Like some of these, like they're up and coming, like football. They probably like just throw crap against the wall, and if it sticks, you're like, look, I'm the new Ian Rappaport.
Yeah, look what I did.
Hire me. Hey, as far as weather, 55 degrees. It's going to be cloudy later today. Thanks a lot, Tigers, for giving us the Migs report. And that's what's up. And go Hawks, BJ.
Yeah, go Hawks. Is that all I got to do is just say, hey, I'm Ian Rappaport. Hire me.
Hawks.
All right, that's all I got to do. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is added to white sugar to make brown sugar?
Chocolate.
No.
Nice. That's not bad.
That would have been great. Yeah, it's tasty.
Don't know, Pat.
I still think it's a brilliant idea.
Oh, yeah, it's very tasty.
But molasses is not bad. I like molasses, too. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.